What's going on, y'all? It's Jason Reviews here, back at it again with another video. And like I've been saying for a few weeks now, Summer Madness content is kicking up, and we're about 2 weeks out, 17 days exactly, away from Summer Madness 12. And another concept I'm bringing to join the battle records is a plain and simple top 5 battles in Summer Madness history. Now, this isn't necessarily my top 5 personal favorite. It really isn't my top 5 personal favorite. There's a couple here that I necessarily wouldn't have on my top 5 list, but I try to be a little more objective here of what I really think is the 5 best battles in SM history, cover the most. And a lot of these are going to be very impact-based. I had to, more than usual, involve impact in these rankings just because when we talk about the best battles in SM history, especially on this event, some of these battles shape the course of history, things of that nature. So a lot of classics on here. As per usual with my list, I'm going to do a couple honorable mentions first, about 3 of them, and then we will get right into the list. But without further ado, let's start with the honorable mentions. So, as I said, we just have a couple honorable mentions to get through here. And the first honorable mention, coming from Summer Madness 10, so fairly recent, is K-Shine versus Chess. Fairly underrated SM, like I said in a couple other videos. I will be ranking all 11 SMs shortly over here, probably next week or two, leading up to Summer Madness. So keep on the eye for that. I'm going to get more into the events. You're going to notice a couple of Summer Madnesses here I either make fun of or I praise, and that's just in prep, getting the thoughts going of how I'm going to rank these. But as for K-Shine versus Chess, in my personal favorite K-Shine performance of all time, it can't be debated as the best, but I just think it's very complete. Big critique on Shine is that when he performs, he gets away with some OBC and simple bars on the big stage because his performance overshadows that. And then in a smaller room where the crowd isn't necessarily a factor, he still performs as elite as he can. Much more angling in this grudge match, very well executed angling and kind of little broing chess, as well as just good bars all the way around. He even had a great rebuttal in there, and it's a very good chess. Chess's second round is probably the best of his best round of the battle, and even his first has got some. All 3 rounds from Chess got some shit, but especially his first and his second more than anything. I did have Shine, Gentleman's, and Fairly Clear. All-time performance from Shine in this one, but nothing for Chess to hang his head over. I see some people that give Chess the battle. No, didn't happen. Respectfully, but that doesn't mean that Chess was bad. And the fact that Chess was very good and Shine was just that just goes to show you're getting 2 elite talents at an elite level. Great showing for a grudge match, and the first mention for me, honorable mention for my top 5 SM battles. On to the next 2, we have Hitman versus John John. Staple of Summer Madness 2, possibly the best Summer Madness of all time. The original, giving a shot to someone on the big stage. I believe this was sponsored by an NBA player. I don't remember exactly who, but it was sponsored. Hitman giving John John, the PG guy, a shot at the time, which is crazy because now even John John is a Hall of Famer. And this is just a great battle. The body scheme, the shot, their first rounds going back and forth, showing them how to control the room. So many quotables and iconic moments that just follow the pattern of SM2 battles, even if the quality isn't always the best. Over time, they age. No matter how they age, there's moments like that, control the room, close range, that are just timeless quotables. And on top of that, I would say this is probably the best back and forth battle on SM2, which I know there's a lot of praise for all the battles on SM2, but in terms of really head-to-head, I know a lot of people give it to Hitman, but I think John John put up a great fight, and that's why it's in my honorable mentions. And then this leads into my last honorable mention before the top 5. Just missed the list is Tay-Rock versus Hollow Da Don as the main event of Summer Madness 6. Summer Madness 6 is another SM that I very much so enjoyed, and this being the main event has a lot to do with it. Some people claim this is the peak of the run of Tay-Rock when it all hit the top and we realized, how great it is. I will say that I do think this is one of the peak performances of Tay-Rock's career in my Tay-Rock SM battle record, which is just a couple, 2-3 videos back, but I'll probably post it at the end of this video anyways. But I do think this is a career-defining performance, obviously his second, one of the best rounds of his career, and you get one of the last great Hollow performances. I know he's been picking it up a little bit more lately, which is good to see, but I mean, this is a great performance for both. I personally have Rock Fairly Clear in the first and second round, and just clear, not really Fairly Clear, I do, but that doesn't take away from the fact Hollow has an amazing third, some decent stuff trickled throughout his first and second, and overall just a great battle. And my last honorable mention that just misses the list. And with all my honorable mentions covered, we can now go into the top 5 battles in Summer Madness history. And at number 5, first on the list, we have at one point the title for the best puncher of all time, B Magic versus Conceited on Summer Madness 4. Now, this battle, like I said, Impact has a lot to do with this top 5 list, being that it is Summer Madness, and there is so many impactful battles that have happened on here. And when it comes to Magic versus Khan, this was Khan's return battle in a way at the time, which is a crazy thing to think about. Not even return, but Khan was one of the first original ones to start stepping out, obviously, in long gaps, not battling all the time. He had made it to Wild and Out first. And obviously today we know how long he's been out and doing that. Much success to him. You know, possibly the first battle rapper to for real retire at that level. But he did come back for Magic in 2014 when Magic was making a lot of noise. I've done beat Magic's golden years, and this is about a year after that, so there was a little bit of turmoil in the middle there, but Magic had done enough to earn the Khan plate, and they both came, you know, as great versions of themselves. Beat Magic especially, probably up there for the best Beat Magic performance of all time when you take into account the pressure, the stakes. Battling Khan was his endgame battle, and it's just a great punch fest. Probably maybe the best punch fest on a Summer Madness stage. It's up for debate. I would have to look a little bit more in there. I think JC versus Nitty is a good battle. Couple different, you know, bar heavy battles, but this one right here, you get Khan returning, who, even though there's a lot of outdated stuff, obviously Khan's battles don't always age well because the level of writing has went up so much in the punching category, but Magic's material ages flawless, and Khan still has a bunch of haymakers here that do. His slow it down, pass the ratchet, let the deacon spray, battle with your head's aiming. I know I butchered it a little bit, but for those of you that have seen the battle, you know the slow it down I'm talking about. And then Beat Magic, aluminum for you. Just so much good stuff. I'm obviously got a puncher's ear. I always talk about it. I love punching in battles. And for Magic to come in here, in my opinion, take the crown from Conceited. I've done a flashback review on this battle, and I did have B Magic winning it. To take, at the time, the puncher's crown, impactful, great battle, great material that even though some of it doesn't age great, there is a big chunk of it that does age great. And hopefully, you know, we could have Khan come out one more time at some point in battle, run Nitty for a very similar effect. I think it would be really cool. Understand if he doesn't do it. Man's out there working. He's brought it to a new level. But if there's any battle that I wish I could get Khan for, I really would love to see if him and Nitty could recreate that type of energy that him and Magic had in 2014. But that is my first battle on the list and the number 5 spot on the 5 best battles in Summer Madness history. So after the number 5 spot, we get into number 4. And this is one that I knew that, you know, some people have this number 1. Maybe I have it surprisingly low for them, but we all knew this one was going to make the list. And it is Calico versus Loaded Lux. Possibly the most impactful battle in battle rap history. The whole lead up of Calico calling out Lux for a year, getting him, and everything the way it played out in this battle, from the first round choke to the second round, which is actually pretty good from both. I think Cal has the dip because of the Proctor bar, but that's where he's the reversible hip, possibly his best line in the battle. Pretty dope second. Lux has a dope second. I think kind of edges comfortably. And then you get into the third, and you get into possibly the best round in battle rap history. So the highlights are here, the moments are here. For me, obviously this battle is classic for all those reasons. Necessarily in my traditional view of classic, I look at like 6 rounds of great back and forth, extremely debatable. So I don't necessarily have this as, in terms of the actual quality of the battle, is just the best battle ever, but the impact that it has, the foundation that it's laid for URL to propel itself forward. Lux is third by itself. Besides the fact the rest of the battle is pretty good, Lux is third is peak level battle rap. And there's just nothing more to be said. This has to make the list. Like I said, for some people, it'll be higher up, probably based on all those reasons I named impact-wise. But I prioritize really the nitty-gritty quality from both of their first rounds to both of their second to both of their third. I don't think the battle completes necessarily the 6-round thing. And I'm picky about classic. So, you know, this is a classic. It's an impact classic. But just one of the most important battles of all time. And that's why this battle is number 4 on the top 5 Summer Madness battles of all time list. And following up number 4 with something as impactful as Calico versus Lux is one of the other most impactful, if not, you know, right up there arguing with it for the most impactful battle in URL history, and that is Hitman versus Sue Surf. The most viewed battle on URL's channel. This one is incredible. I think steps it up even a little bit more in the quality department, possibly, but follows a similar structure in a way. The first round, Sue Surf has like an okay first, kind of jerseys out of it early, but it's an okay round, and Hitman has a legendary first round. This was also a grudge match building up, and we obviously know these are two of the biggest stars outside of battle rap that battle rap has produced. Just incredible stuff for Hitman in the first, the remix, the performing it. It was peak. You get into the second round and you start seeing a switch here where Hitman kind of has a down second round all the way around, and Surf heats up, has a good 8 out of 10 second round, and it leads into a third where Hitman has a decent third, but Surf has a legendary, one of the best. Maybe not as good as Lux's third versus Cal, but Surf's third versus Hitman is definitely in that conversation, especially when you talk like real talk concept rounds, really like going at your opponent and making it very like personal. Amazing stuff. Press 9, one of the best bars in battle rap history. The Rock Raw China getting smacked down, comparing him and Hitman's lives. It was an incredible battle overall. I have Surf taking a clear second and third. I know it's more debatable at the time. And Hitman has a huge fan base. So at the end of the day, for a lot of people, if he gives you a first like that, even just a round, that's that great. There's going to be a lot of people just going for it. But I think Surf won this battle clear, and beating Hitman clear on a Summer Madness is absolutely no game. That is not an easy thing to do. Possibly the best win of Surf's career, right near the top. I did a Surf top 5 performances recently. I know I'm promoting a lot of my old content. It just happened to come over into this because I do a lot of content on all-time greats, and you're going to see all-time greats in the top 5 SM battle list. But his performance versus Hitman, one of the best in his career, and considering Surf's career, that says a lot. The only thing is, like I said, the couple battles I have above these, while this checks it out all on impact, Surf's first, Hitman second, it just doesn't complete that 6-round mark that I'm looking for. Still a classic, no doubt about it, but that's why Hitman versus Surf is at number 3 for my top 5 SM battles of all time. And then coming into our runner-up spot for the best SM battle of all time, we have a battle that I, once again, just covered not that long ago. I've actually covered twice in my most recent videos, and that is Calico versus Tay-Rock. I covered this in my Calico battle record as well, SM battle record, as well as my Tay-Rock SM battle record. You guys can go check those out if you want more bar-for-bar details, even round-for-round details on this one. But what can I say? When it comes to these top 2, they definitely check out the 6 rounds of back and forth that I've talked about a lot leading up to this. A lot of people debate what a classic is. Like I said, a lot of these impact-wise automatically makes them classics, on top of the fact they're fire battles. But then maybe it's a different level of classic where you really get and just you're seeing something special. Every round is as good as the last, if not better. And Cal versus Rock is a great example of that. Calico, Rock has a very good first round. The hammer out the Craftsman's jeans, I believe the DESK, you want to learn a lesson, I believe those are both in his first. And Cal comes back with his best round of the battle, the Bruce Wayne bat flying through the cave. All-time Calico quotable. The second from Rock is incredible, and it's still a good second from Cal, but Rock clear. And then the third is just great real talk back and forth. Dope rounds. Not really a round in this battle that I think is bad. I think they might write downhill a little bit, but instant classic, extremely debatable, and it's one of those extremely debatable classics where they both win. In terms of like their stock value and what happens, they both pretty much get the same, debatable classic title on it, and it just files into one of the best battles in both of these legends' history, not on just an SM, but in their entire careers. And it just misses out because I think one battle, just more explosive from a content standpoint, it's remarkable. But this battle is in that same breath. Classic, one of the best battles really just in battle rap history, not just in Summer Madness history, and that's why it's number 2 on the list. But without further ado, let's get into number 1 spot and the best battle in Summer Madness history. And as for the number 1 spot, you guys might have telegraphed it by now, you might have predicted it, but I have Easy the Block Captain versus Chess as the best battle in Summer Madness history. Now, I know that it's just on the last SM, so it can be crazy to say, oh my god, it was on the most recent SM, considering that we've had 11 of them. But you guys know that Easy versus Chess is a one-on-one type of battle. First battle to do 1 million reactions on the app. extremely historic statistic that I will never, ever forget. And if you've seen the battle, you understand why. This is the definition of classic, where you're seeing something and you're like, wait a minute. I think you've gotten this. We get this with a lot of battles in history, but you think of a battle like a Rum Nitty versus an Iron Solomon, or an Ill Will versus Calico. And just some to me that when you know you're watching it, you're like, whoa, this is another level. And this was incredible. This battle is just insane. Both of their first rounds are perfect, amazing, historic. Both of their second rounds are perfect, amazing, historic. And then even going into their thirds, Chess catches a crazy real talk bag in the third, which I don't think he taps into as much as an Easy. And Easy real talk across this battle is monumental, but Chess in the third with I try to ease the pain, but ease the pain won't stop. I mean, really channeling things like he did in his battle versus Saga, where I think he taps into that a lot too. So you get a super high energy performing Chess, haymakers in the first, haymakers in the second, extreme real talk in the third, even a little bit of boss talk. You spoke to P, I spoke to Beasley. As for Easy, you know when I call it body after body, when the coke started shape shifting. I could go on and on with the quotables in this battle. I mean, quite literally, maybe like 20 quotables in total when you combine both their performances. Excuse me. But yeah, for me, even though it is easy, it is easy to look at it and think, oh, it's the most recent battle. I don't believe there's recency bias to this. I literally just think for quality, there is no battle that round for round, when we talk 6 rounds against other battlers 6 rounds, I just don't think there's a battle quality-wise that compares. It's going to have the impact. Obviously, we're going to see in years' times just how well it ages. I don't have to. It's an instant classic, not one of those I have to age and see how it goes. When we were watching this, we knew how special it was, and that's why I'm rating it number 1 on the list, and saying that Easy versus Chess is the best battle in Summer Madness history. And that will be it here for my top 5 battles in SM history. You guys let me know your opinions. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know down below what is your favorite battle in SM history and what do you think is the best battle in SM history. They can coincide. If your favorite battle you also think is the best battle and that's how you want to judge it, that works perfectly. But if you think it's 2 different answers, there's a battle you love, but there's a battle that's probably better, let me know that down below too. Get some dialogue going on, what really in all this history are the standout number 1 battles. This is just my list. Like I said, I try to even it out across the 6 rounds. That's what, which I entail big for classics. But on this list, more than you may have seen me do in my others, if you're a regular viewer of my list, my top 5s, and when I do videos like this, I don't try to base everything. Impact is always a part of it, but I don't, I wasn't going to say because Calico and Lux is probably the most impactful battle on the list. I'm just going to shoot it up to number 1. Just not how I get down. I like the bars. I like the quality. And I like the real, when I say bars, I'm not just a bar for bar guy. Real talk, angles, all of that plays in, but it's that. It's not just if there was one incredible round that just it is awe-inspiring and becomes the identity of the battle. I really think it's special when 3 guys bring 3 rounds of 100%. It's just a very hard thing to do. It's why I think true classics are so rare in this culture. So if you saw me a little strict on some of your favorite battles that are high impact, they're still amazing. Every battle on here, even in the honorable mentions, is absolutely incredible. It's just the way that I ranked it by my criteria. But I enjoyed doing this. Look out for the Summer Madness battles ranked. Top 5 body bags in Summer Madness history also coming, and look for more SM battle records as we find out the rest of the Summer Madness 12 card. And once that's fully announced, guys, look out for my SM12 predictions. So that's pretty much a good array of the content lineup coming out. I might have a couple battler spotlights. I've seen some performances recently that I want to highlight, give some guys some love that are having a good year. But outside of that, just kick back, look out for my 2 to 3 videos a week, get some snacks, and enjoy talking some battle rap, man. And like I said, comment. I love to hear your guys' opinions and go back and forth, whether you think my opinions are dumb as fuck, whether you think they're amazing. I just love battle rap. I love the dialogue and sharing it with other people that care. So, look out for that, guys. It's been J Smo Reviews again, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.